We continue. Oh shit. Is it recording again? Yeah, we're just gonna continue on. Next time I'm skipping right past the Whale Watcher Cafe. No reason to be here. Lodging, $1,000 for a cheap ass, smelly fucking bedroom, probably. Alright, moving on to less distressing realities. That's pretty insane. Toby always scratches when he wants the window down. Check this. There we go. See, that's more fun. That's more like it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, I guess it'd be like that. But I guess, now that I'm feeling esoteric, basically what I'm thinking is the only reason it be like that sometimes is because all we ever do is say, well, I guess it's just like that, and then we don't ever collectively think, oh, maybe it could be different than that. So, that's one of the aspects of this collective consciousness awakening, and, the role I play in this thing, is these are seeds, okay? They're seeds. These are thought seeds. They will bear thought plants, which have thought leaves, thought branches, and thought flowers. What I recommend is taking these seeds, and these are self-replicating seeds. Just because you take the seeds doesn't mean the seeds aren't there anymore, because these seeds stay where they are. They're digital. They're on record, and I propagate them pretty much everywhere I go on the internet, and now in the real world as well. The real world, the physical realm as well. It's all part of the real world when you step back from it and consider it as a whole. There's a metaphor there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so basically the idea here is that these seeds are being planted early on. And once the collective starts recognizing itself as a collective, which it already has, but once more people join in and recognize that they're actually a part of the collective, these seeds will be there, and they will have propagated, and they will have continued to propagate. They might not bear fruit for a while, but man, we got to reconsider the way that we understand the reality that society is offering us. Because like everything else in this reality, society is also a conscious entity with intentions, desires, self-preservation, the desire to grow and overwhelm potential competition, which is why there are so many systemic factors that are meant to kind of suppress this kind of thing that we're all a part of. It's not because necessarily there is a grand conspiracy where a bunch of dudes in funny hats are sitting around a table going, yeah, we got to stop this thing. It's because, they're a part of it, but society itself is a conscious entity. Once this video will make a lot more sense, that part of it will, if I ever get around to talking about consciousness itself, because we haven't even approached the grand, comprehensive, unifying theory of consciousness. That is going to be the key to this whole thing. And maybe that's what this whole thing is too. But also consciousness, in my opinion, is reality, and reality is consciousness. Those are just different words for the same thing. But we'll get into that later. So yeah, basically consciousness permeates everything, and everything that a human recognizes as a system within this greater system of the infinite is just by nature a conscious entity. And then we look at things like humans and we're like, no, that's where consciousness comes from. Or we look at schools of fish and we're like, oh, they got school consciousness. Well, that's not even a thing. They call it herd consciousness. Well, herd mentality or group consciousness. But group consciousness generally refers to humans in a collective situation where you have I like to say an angry mob of torch-bearing pitchfork wielders, is very much a conscious entity. You can interact with it, you can understand its intentions, its desires. It doesn't want to die out, it wants to be heard, it has motivations. And for the poor farmer that they're all pissed off at, they got their sights set on something. So, it is actually a conscious entity when you understand consciousness the way the word is meant. Without getting all verbose and stuff like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at this. the word consciousness already existed a very long time ago. It actually has roots in Latin, I think, or conscientia. And when the word was created, what it meant was, quite literally, knowing together. And so we took that and applied it to a human brain, and we said, oh, well, the neurons are knowing together. But we didn't even make those steps. We just said, oh yeah, humans are conscious. And that's where consciousness comes from. But it's really just, all it means is that your neurons are exchanging information, and together they make a matrix that knows, all these nodes in this system, just sort of exchange information. And by doing so, they become a system that knows together, or becomes a conscious system. So, okay, so there's that, and I love you guys, and we're going to continue on down the road. Oh, I can't wait to have conversations with some of you guys, or all of you guys, or even you guys as a whole. You ever talk to an entire flock of birds? You ever be a flock of birds? Oh my God. That bird almost ate shit. That was too close. I wonder if there was timing that was significant in that. All right, cool. Love you guys. Later.